My name is Lourdes Maria Fernandez. Right now I'm Luli Fernandez Alfonso. I'm married to Gustavo Alfonso. We've been married for almost 18 years. We have 4 kids. Amanda Cristina was born in March 28th, 1998. Lula, as we call her, who's Lourdes Marie, was born August 30th, 2000. Gustavo Antonio was born 2004. And Cristina Maria was born in 2008. With the 4 kids, I have to concentrate on the dates. So Gus and I had been married for a couple of years before I became pregnant. I was in a very time-consuming career, and it was a lot of fun, but it did require a lot of traveling. So after having Amanda, the traveling needed to kick back up, and I just decided that I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to leave her for a week at a time. I did go back to work for about 6 months. I think when she was 8 months, I finally quit. I slowly went back, and then I just quit completely. It was a hard year, a really hard year, the first year home with her and not having anyone to talk to. It was a hard time to adjust to being home and not being the equal breadwinner, which we were, when I did quit work. But after a couple of years, really, I have no regrets. What I am right now is a mother, and if you ask me, what do you do? I'm a mother, first and foremost. Although I keep my marriage at the very top, because I know that without the strong marriage, the parenting wouldn't be the same. I think the greatest thing I do for my children is to love my husband and to keep the family a whole. I think right now, looking back, knocking on the door of 45, my children and my home are, because I've dedicated myself to my home, it's my greatest accomplishment. Having kids and seeing that right now, a couple of them that are older are making wise choices, are doing well in school on their own. They're very independent, and that's my goal, to raise independent kids. One of the challenges that I have is being able to let my daughters know that they can do anything, and to make sure that they know they can do anything with their careers, with their life. I mean, if they choose to stay home, good for them. But if they want to, run a company, then that's fine. I think my kids are too young to see what I want them to be. I just want them to be good people. Right now, I'm more concerned with building their character and their morals and their values, that I'm not too concerned with what they do in the future, as far as career or anything else goes. And that's a challenge that we have every single day. And having them in such a spectrum of ages, we're constantly making decisions that are affecting their character. From good manners still at the table when they're 4 and 8 to, respect for their bodies and everything else when they're 14 and 12 and developing 12, So I really can't imagine my life without my 4 children, because I've made my life about them now. Family is who we are. It's what makes us. So I would love my children to know that they have each other. I remember when I had Amanda, I thought the greatest thing I could give her was siblings. I didn't know it was going to be 3 more, but I knew that's the greatest thing I could give her, because I always saw my mother and her siblings, how close they were. And as they grew older, that's who they're with. That's who cares about each other, is their siblings. So I know that that's the greatest gift that my children have are each other. And hopefully they will value that and get over the catfights, as they grow out of them, and value that and have each other. I love to hear my daughters, when they share a room, talking until all hours of the night. I mean, I may tell them to be quiet, but I get great joy in knowing that they're sharing something, because I didn't have a sister, and I would have loved to have a sister. Right now, my brother and I are very close, my second one, and I value that tremendously, but I love that my kids have each other.